Hello! I am recording this video for what I'd like to document for Shivaratri yesterday night at the MA Center in San Ramon. I'm so compelled to document or write a blog entry, but I feel more compelled to actually speak because there was so many things surrounding this really interesting and auspicious evening. Once again, it was Shivaratri, so you can look that up. I won't go into that. What I mainly wanted to note was the acupuncture session I had with Dr. Weng, an amazing acupuncturist from, she's actually based in Southern California, and she's been practicing for 30 years. She's got an amazing practice because she's an amazing healer. I'm not certain how long she's been working with MA, donating her time, practicing seva, I should say, because she comes to the MA Center in San Ramon when there is an event or MA is there, and she gives roughly 1 hour acupuncture sessions for $60, and all of the profits go straight to MA, I believe, Embracing the World, the organization. So this woman is very devoted to MA, and it's really beautiful, and you can see that and feel that. So she doesn't speak, she speaks English, but she has a relatively broken English, isn't completely clear. So communication with her was very energetic because I couldn't completely understand what she was saying the whole entire time. So I booked Joe a session, and just because I got the email and it said, hey, if you want to book a session with Emma's acupuncturist the night of Shivaratri, please do so through this email, whatever. So I booked it and decided that I wanted to have Joe take the session. And when we sat down to talk to one of the devotees who was taking payment for the sessions, she mentioned that there was an option for both of us to do it, and of course I wanted to, so there's no reason why I should choose acupuncture with a session with anybody else, besides somebody who's donating all of her proceeds to Emma. It's just great. So I jumped on it, and the woman said, you have to get a session with her. And then I talked to someone else about it, and they said they had a profound experience. So I did it. So we went into this tiny little room, and the bhajans were playing, the Indian chanting mantras, music, really, really, really loud. You could barely hear her speak because it was so loud. And we laid on this thin little blanket, a little bit dirty, on the floor. It was kind of was awkward for an acupuncture session, and she squatted down to put the needles in, and she said, so tell me your problems. And I told her I have a little tooth pain, and I just had a filling, and also just anxiety or whatever, stress, thermal, American things, I guess. And Joe told her that he was just open, that he wasn't going to list any ailments or anything. So she went to him first and was just, feeling his energy, and she started putting the needles in him, and I could hear him breathing. Oh, this might be intense. And I'll let him share his own experience. I'll just go into mine. She came to me and felt my left wrist, and she said, you have a lot of blame, don't blame, and told me my mantra was humble and soft and respect. And the other wrist, the right wrist, she felt right here and said, you have a lot of fear. So I'm not sure exactly which word correlated to what, but soft, humble, and respect. And she put one needle in the very top of my head, which was really intense, and I've never had that before. It was really painful initially, and it didn't really subside. So at one point there were two other people in the room, one laying in between Joe and I on the floor, a devotee who lived at the temple, and then another woman on a couch up above us, but she was actually laying on her front side. It was really interesting. And she left the room after she put the needles in for a moment, and this intense pain grew in my abdomen. She had one needle, I think it was a lung point. I'm not certain, but I believe that was the energy line or the meridian. And I couldn't breathe. I was trying to breathe air in, and inhale, exhale, my yogic breath, pulling in everything that I possibly could to relax, and it was so intense, and I was starting to panic, which always makes it worse. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna die, this is too much. She hit some crazy point that I can't handle, and just as I thought I was just going to completely die or whatever was going to happen, I was going to spontaneously combust or something, she came back in, and I was holding my stomach, and she could see the anguish in my face, and she grabbed the needle out, and she took them all out, and it was really intense to come back, because I was still having that intense feeling of not being able to breathe. So she went over to Joe, and he was having the same experience, and he said, I can't breathe. So she was banging her feet on the floor, and she was singing the mantras, and she was calling an Amma, and she was, chanting Jai Ma 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 Ma, and just, it felt like she was channeling. It felt shamanic, tribal. It was just crazy. And just the way she was reading us and looking into my eyes and speaking as if she was drawing out everything. If I go into it any further, I think it would be hard to actually depict. But it was really, really amazing. And I feel like it was a very, definitely correlated with the time. I mean, Shivaratri, it wasn't just any night, so I believe that had a lot to do with it, the energy of the space and everything, and there were people chanting. So yes, an amazing healer, an amazing acupuncture session, though the significance of the day too. Very, very incredible experience. Just wanted to share, and I guess I was too tired. Another custom, Shivaratri, you stay up all night, so I haven't slept much yet, so maybe I'm a little bit too fatigued to type that all out, but maybe you got some of the vibe. Incredible. If you ever meet Dr. Weng, have an acupuncture session with her, it will change your life.